Hey, this is Big Angry Trev from the what is now world famous Transformatorium. Now, people are very generous when it comes to the Transformatorium. I do get sent quite a bit of stuff. Now, sometimes that's merchandise. As you can see, last year Hasbro Australia sent us a signed by the actor toy of Bumblebee from Transformers 1. But sometimes it's just items that are very loved by other people or other collectors. As you can see, I've got this beautiful Optimus here, and this was sent to me by an old friend I went to high school with, hadn't seen in decades. Her son had grown up and outgrown it, but she didn't want this to go. She wanted to know it was going to be somewhere, it was going to be loved and cared for. So she sent him here, and Optimus has lived here for a few years now. Now, I was recently contacted by a fellow fan over in the good old US of A who had a couple of items that he has loved for many years and looked after for many years, but he wanted to see them go somewhere special, and got in contact and asked if I would be willing to take these items into the Transformatorium, and these are very, very cool. So let's have a look at those right now. And here we have them. As you can see, we have two vintage Generation 1 Transformer balloons from all the way back in 1985. So these things are a full 40 years old. Now, these are made of Mylar, and considering their age, they are in very good condition. And we've got two types here. We have the Decepticon one with Megatron, and the Autobot one with Optimus. Now, if we take a bit of a closer look here, as you can see, the Megatron one is in great condition. It's very minimal wear. You can see the silhouette, oh, not silhouette, but the schematic of his out mode, his gun mode there in the background. Decepticon writing his name. And if you can make out, I don't think my camera will show it clear enough, but it does say, you know, Transformers 1985, all that stuff on the bottom. And then we have the Optimus one. Now, the Optimus one, Optimus has got a little bit of wear on him, and the balloon's got a little bit of wear on itself. But overall, for something that's in 40 years old, this is also in great condition. And again, this is not, these things have been cared for so well over the decades. And really, these would just be a joy for any Transformer fan, let alone a Gen 1 fan, having their collection. These are beautiful. Now, these two beauties were donated by a Jackson Priya all the way from the US, and he has kept them his whole life. He's kept them in wonderful condition like this, and he sent them over. He didn't want any money for them. He didn't want any money for the postage, even though the postage was pretty expensive considering the balloons are very light, but what he's kept them in is fairly heavy. So he's gone to a bit of expense to get these to the Transformatorium, but the reason he's done it is he loves these, he cares for these, he's a Transformer fan, and he wanted to know that these would be loved and cared for and looked after into the future. So he has eschewed any offer of money. He sent them here. All he wants is for these to be properly framed, put up in the Transformatorium, and filmed so that he can see the process. And Jackson, my friend, for your generosity, we're going to do that right now.
Dad, where are we going to sit?
Okay, so here we are. We're at Framed in Mudgee. We've gone for a bit of a drive. We've chosen our frames. We've got some big ones down here that we're going to use. And then we're going to get some extra backing on them. So we're getting purple for the Decepticons to go behind the Megatron balloon. And we're getting a dark orange, almost red, and that's for the Autobot balloons, and that's going to go behind Optimus. 2 months later. Okay, it took 8 weeks for the picture framers in Mudgee to get these balloons back to me, and they're finally done. Now, they've come out pretty well. I'm really liking the red and purple backgrounds they've done, and the frames are pretty good. Optimus has come out relatively unscathed. He looks awesome. We've just had one unfortunate. Megatron has lost some of the black. He's lost some of the black on his gun, a little bit of it on his feet, and a little bit on his name. Now, I don't know whether that's because the black Mylar had adhered to whether they'd been stored in before, or whether the framer, when she's removed it from where it's been stored for the last several decades, has just not been careful enough. So that's a bit disappointing. Don't get me wrong, he looks fantastic, but the loss of that black on the gun and on bits of his body really is a disappointment. So in retrospect, maybe I should have kept them in that plastic and then tried to put the plastic into frames. But nevertheless, he looks awesome. Optimus looks awesome. The frames are looking really good. So all that's left is to put them in their new home. And here we go. They are in their new homes, and don't they look fantastic? I mean, what a great piece of Transformers history and a bit of unreal memorabilia. 2 40-year-old Generation 1 Optimus and Megatron Mylar balloons. Thank you very, very much to Jackson over in the US for his generosity in sending them over here. And Jackson, I promise to keep them safe and happy and on display for everyone to enjoy for many years to come. Okay, this has been Big Angry Trev in the Transformatorium. We'll catch you next time.